I'm Lucy.
I'm Hayley, and we're going to talk about 2 gig horror stories. I think we have to talk about the one at the local show. We're not going to name names here. Some things just don't go right in gigs. This one in particular was
Scheduling issues.
yes, and maybe some planning that looked okay on paper didn't quite work in the actual location. So we were set up to do a couple of hours of live music for the guests at the show. There's things like Ferris wheel, there was
there's multiple things going on at once.
We could see the main stage
Across
not
from
far
us.
from us, but no one was on there, no issue. We started playing our sets, and then
We were watching people set up on the main stage, and they had their, was it clarinets?
there's a clarinet ensemble.
Singing and playing, and just watching these people slowly get more and more prepared to play. And
They sat there with their music ready and open,
Right
and
across from us.
seemingly just were waiting
and you're slowly seeing this crowd of people slowly turn their backs to us
to watch their
to
children.
get ready to watch their kids play this show.
Yeah, it turns out the main stage was about to start, and I think we decided, okay, well, let's just take our break now. Clarinet started and continued.
So we went for about 45 minutes, and we were only booked for 2 hours. And then there was something else after them. The
So-
talent show.
It really would have clashed with our sound. One of the managers there came over and said, sorry about this. Actually, I'm closer together than we thought it was going to be when they did the math. So we just sat and had our Vegemite sandwiches. A bit of a shambles.
It was just disappointing to go there and want to put on a good show ourselves and then not be able to play at all. It was not what either of us were expecting, but it's just how it went.
And the staff are really lovely about it.
Yeah, maybe the next horror story is definitely worse.
It's got a lot of parts to it, the next one.
It was a new venue we hadn't played before. We left 5:30, 6 o'clock. What were we, about half an hour into the drive?
Yeah. On the motorway, going 100, on cruise control, doing it fine for time. It was dark at that point. We hear a massive loud bang noise. And there was definitely a sound of a souped up car.
Yeah.
Bang! I just remember saying, the mirror's gone, the mirror's gone.
Yeah. I didn't know. I was looking at the car in front of us thinking bits of them were flying around, but it was actually the driver's side mirror on our car that had been blown off.
Snapped off and then going up our windscreen and probably obliterated on the road behind us. I was looking at what was left of the mirror, a little stem.
So by that point, the person who clipped the side of us was long gone.
Someone who had clearly sped up, gone flying past us, just continued on. I didn't even see what the number plate was. I got nothing.
No, but we did trying
we
to
were
figure out who it was, trying to get a
Trying to
number
see if
plate.
anyone around us had a broken mirror too.
It really, it rattled us both, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
I
weren't ready
did
for
not
that.
see that coming. We just continued on to the gig. It proceeds to continue to be not the best.
Oh,
Yeah, so we got there and they said, you'll be hooked up to our
Front of
facility speakers.
it was actually fairly busy. Drunk people coming up to us. One woman talking about her boobs falling out of her shirt.
Yeah.
They had put the brake music on. We couldn't hear the brake music. Again, under the impression that the person who told us where to set up, they were going to control front of house. I think that all that people were hearing, they were just hearing what we were hearing out of the foldback. The front of house speakers around the venue weren't turned on or
I'm not
up.
convinced they were on at all.
Yeah, we played the first set to ourselves. The other people could hear it, but all they were hearing was the foldback.
So
It's not the
basically they're
greatest.
standing behind a speaker listening to us. Yeah.
So then I went and spoke to the person who was taking care of the sound. Is this what just happened? Did we just play a set to ourselves? Can't hear the brake music through the
Yeah,
speakers.
can you check?
He was like, no, I think we just turned it down.
We were like, oh,
I was
let's give them the
frustrated.
benefit of the doubt. If they're telling
Yeah.
us it's working out there, that's fine.
In the second set, I asked. People were sitting listening to us, and I said, can
Through the
you
mic.
hear us? She said, yes, but it's just here. I said, can you hear us through these speakers? No, just hear it here.
And there was nothing we can do really at that
No,
point.
you're in the
because
middle
we're
of a set.
halfway through.
The person who's helping is not helping us. So we just finished that second set, and then we set up our own PA.
Yeah, and actually we had brought our own lights too.
Oh yeah, the lights.
But when we got there, they said, oh no, and they pointed at all
Yeah.
this light setting. Nobody turned those on at all during our set. We were
There was
told,
just-
yeah, the lights are here. Don't worry about setting up your own
Yeah.
lights.
They didn't turn the lights on. There was something going on with the front of house.
My mirror had broken on the way there.
Like the gig itself, people were saying nice things, people had to dance, did our job. We could have just had our PA set up
I
from the
know.
get-go and it would have been totally fine. It just added that extra bit of stress, and I think we were already stressed because of the mirror
From
incident.
adrenaline.
We call them horror stories. They were both fine. Just the circumstances, little things that happen either leading up to the gig or during the gig that make it feel a bit more stressful or make you feel like you're not putting your best foot forward.
And it is sort of the nature of gigging work because you do go to new places a lot and you don't know what you're going to get, what kind of people you're going to be dealing with.
It was fine.
We did our best.
Okay.
And the people that we dealt with were actually really lovely. So that was a couple of horror stories that we had of recent times.
Yeah.
There'll be more to come.
We do have another video of a few other gig horror stories if you'd like to see more.
Yeah, so check them out. I'd like this to be the end of the series, the horror stories, but
There'll be more adventures
coming.
to come, yeah.
But we do love all the venues that have us. Please have us back.